speak up?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Knut from East German Radio and Television Service. So
Okay.
yeah, I have a very hard time here in London. You can't see anything. You have to work here all over the day. It's such a pity.
I can see.
Yeah, you can't see nothing. I mean, I was yesterday in the Raphael exhibition and so on. Do you feel sometimes, I would like to get out here and to see something? Exhibition, things like that?
Yes. I will have some time. They work this, so there's a few hours, then a break, and a few hours, and then I get a day off. So it's not so horrible as it seems. But when you're doing it in the morning, it's like one after the other. But then there's a break.
And could you go usually to an exhibition, for instance, or to a museum or something like that? Or is it like Leonardo DiCaprio there and everyone is shouting, crying?
No, I could do it. Now, Leonardo is young and beautiful and has a different problem than me. I never understood how, in their heyday, people like the Beatles could exist. They couldn't walk down the street. They couldn't go any place. People hiding in their hotel rooms. I never had that problem. I have a few autographs, a few deranged people, a few malcontents, but I don't really have any real serious problem of public affection.
After so many years as a successful filmmaker, does this film express maybe a certain, let's say, distrust in storytelling? Because you can tell a story this way or this way, which one is the right one? Maybe you distrust storytelling now?
I think you can tell a story different ways. I've always told them comically because it comes easy to me. But I would prefer to tell them tragically, but it's more difficult. I have it's harder work.
If you were sitting at the table, there are two guys, the comedy and the drama guy, which guy would you be sitting there?
I am, without any question, the tragic person. I believe life is tragic on the one hand, or so horrible that you must make jokes to survive. So it's either tragic or very tragic. But I don't think it's tragic or funny, because I think funny is extra tragic. So I think no matter how you look at life, whether you're a person who treats the tragedy head on or is always light and making jokes, they're both frightened of the same thing.
But I think the first time you really combine two styles in that.
Yes, because I thought it would be interesting to see. I just wanted to show that the exact same piece of material, the same story, could be interpreted or lived out from a comic perspective or from a serious perspective.
But I must admit that at a certain time, I just followed the story. I wasn't so much interested in combining
right.
styles.
Right. I don't want the people to be sitting there watching the thing and thinking, this is comic, this is, I want them to enjoy the movie and follow the story, and then when they come out, they think about it, if they think about it, then they can discuss it. But I don't want them to, I don't mean it as a psychology lesson.
Mm-hmm. And what is the main difference, let's say very simple, the main difference between both women in that case, the main characters?
That one has been crushed by the problems of life and is a tragic victim of life and has been crushed by her own desire for excitement in life, and her own desire for something special has brought ruination to her, which is a typical tragic figure. And the other person has also wanted that, but has dealt with it in a comic way, and by dealing with it in a comic way enables her to survive a little bit better. But both of them suffer a great deal.
And I really adore that performance by her. Was it hard?
Oh, she's great.
To develop. I mean, it was not like a chronologically. We had to mix the scenes and so on. It was very hard, I think, to develop two characters in one.
She was great that way. And I was telling someone before, sometimes in the same day, we'd start in the morning and shoot some tragic thing, and then go to a different part of town and she'd shoot a comedy thing, then back later, the tragic thing. And I gave her no help. I mean, I didn't give her a wig to put on and make her change or complete. She was the same, the same character, but she was able to take on a tragic appearance and then a very charming light appearance. I was just lucky with the actress.
But that's what many actors say about you, that you don't have too much. You're sitting there, you're watching.
Yeah.
You're not the director who say, oh, do that and that and that.
I sit and watch. Yes, I hire very talented people, and then I watch them. And once in a while, I have to say, can you speak louder? Can you speak faster? Or, I have to say something, but usually not. Usually I don't have to say anything at all. I hire them, and they read the script. They understand it. They say, yes, I want to play this. I accept it. And then they go and do it, and they do it, and they surprise me, and I think, gee, did I write that? It's great, and they're really doing, they're bringing their own strong, charismatic persona to it.
And why are you not in that film? I mean, you could have been one of these guys there at the table. You could have played.
I could, yes. I probably should have been one of the guys at the table. I didn't want to distract the audience, and I thought that people would say, "Oh, look, there's him. He's the writer of the film." But I probably should have played one of the people. In retrospect, it would have been easy for me to play one of the people at the table, and I probably should have. I would have played the tragic person. Of course, the person I got to play it was great. An old friend of mine, an actor who's been in many of my movies, Wally Shawn, who's great. I mean, I don't know if I could do it as well.
I think in a certain way this is a very naturalistic film, because that's the way women are. I mean, you could make about every woman 10,000 films and it's 10,000 different persons.
Yeah, they're interesting. Women are interesting. Men feel ashamed to let their emotions out much. They feel it's important to be strong. But women get very emotional, and because they do, they become very interesting characters in movies and plays, because they're all over the place.
Yeah, I'm married for 20 years. My wife is every day a different person, I think, every morning. So
something different.
Yeah, that's very typical.
No, that's good.
Very simple question, but I'd really like to know, are you aware of the fact that you are so much part of normal, cultural, everyday life? People say very often, oh, this is a Woody Allen guy, or this is a Woody Allen family, or this is a book, probably could have been written by you?
I'm a little aware of it, but not intensely aware. But I am aware, because in the United States, I've been around for so long. I made so many films that a certain amount of it automatically gets into the culture. I'm one of the people of America who has been working for 40 years in the movies. So you think of it, but. I'm glad there's some impact from the films, or some people think about them a little.
It's maybe even the subconscious. Maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure.
Thank you.